another Prairie Stuff Ranch Farm vlog. This guy's Aaron, and thank you for tuning in, my friends. Well, the cold weather has passed. It is now warm again. We hit +5 Celsius out here the other day. It's ridiculous. Today, it's not melting as bad as probably around the 0 mark, but it's ridiculous. This is like spring weather craziness. With all this warm weather, we have elk on the move. That's right, we have some elk poking their noses where we don't want them, and that's into our hay bales. Now, this isn't just any old hay bales. This is our alfalfa and alfalfa grass hay bales, because if you know elk, you know they have a taste for the good stuff. So we're gonna go down there, we're gonna take a look at the damage that the elk have done to some of our round bales, and we're gonna collect a load or two of bales and go from there. We're also going to try to diagnose and fix a bad block heater on the John Deere 6 Series. So hopefully that goes slick. And we're gonna do a few other things in between there, but that's enough chit chat, Aaron. Let's pitter, patter, and get at her. Woo! Well, we got the old steel hay rack hooked up. We are heading out to the no man's land to pick up some nice bales. Dad picked up a nice couple loads there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're all damaged from the elk. So I think altogether we had around 15 to 20 nice bales damaged. Of those bales, there's probably maybe a quarter eaten from each, so they do a lot of damage. Well, if you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. It means a lot to a small channel like mine. So let's get back to work. Thanks a lot. Now, elk damage isn't new to us out here. It's quite common. Earlier this year, we had a herd of, here, hold on one second. I'm gonna gear up a little bit. Give her some snot. As I was saying earlier on, we had a herd of around 24-ish, 25 elk, and they were moving around in the summer, but they move around quite cautiously. However, in the winters, when we had a problem with the stacked hay, right? Well, this year, apparently we have a couple herds that packed up. So we have around 50 elk in this herd, and you know, they have their little route that they travel, and they happen to have found our bales along the way. Now, they left our other hay that was stacked in the vicinity due to the fact that it was a little bit of wild hay, native hay, etc. They really go after anything with alfalfa and anything really good. Any of the really good field hay they want a piece of. So they typically pick through the best part and leave whatever isn't as premium. Let me know where you are, and do you have problem with wildlife like this? We have problem not only with predators like wolves and coyotes and bears with the livestock, but we have lots of wildlife problems with feed, hay bales, lots of deer, lots of elk. There's even some moose out here. So we have a little bit of everything. Let me know where you are, and do you have any of these type of problems? But I'm hoping, I haven't seen them, but I'm hoping that they haven't come back. We'll find out soon enough. But also behind the elk, we have a wolf pack. We already have a wolf pack of, I think, around five wolves that are following around where the elk are. So 5 wolves can do a lot of damage. That's a wolf pack, and that's never fun. So I hope they bugger off. We don't want wolves around at Calving, but we're still a little bit north of where they were, so let's just hope they keep to their business out in the forest, because we don't want those buggers around, that's for sure, especially around calving time or anything like that. So if you have hay or livestock, keep those SOBs locked down. Keep an eye on them. It's funny how they find you. The last time we had trouble with elk was during the drought. Forage was in short demand. They were hungry and they went after the bales. This year we don't have much snow at all. Really, there isn't much work for them to find good stuff to eat. But I also noted on that alfalfa field of ours, they're really trampling it bad, really rutting it up, chewing it up. It looks like we pasture a cattle there. It was so trampled down the other day. So we're gonna go check out, see what damage is done, and hopefully grab a nice load of bales. We'll try to get a couple in today, and what can you do? That's all you can really do at this point. You know, you put bangers out. If we were to call conservation, they put the bangers out. That only works for a week, maybe 2 weeks if you're lucky. They get used to it, then they don't give a crap after. So you know, basically your only true, you know, defense is getting those bales out of there closer to home. We can keep a closer eye on them. So make sure you check with your local crop insurance agency as to what specifications they require for you to stack those bales. They got to be stacked just in a particular way for you to get insurance on it. So make sure you check with that. If you do have wildlife, if you're in an area without a lot of traffic, there probably are animals in the area. There probably are elk and deer. And if you have silage, may the force be with you, because they can do a lot of damage to silage bales or silage feed, whatever it may be. Destination. So we're gonna take a little drive in here and see what the hell's going on. Well, this is where we pulled a couple loads of bales from already. So this was the first pile that we noticed. We had it stacked up on the rock piles here, right on the ledge, and they just went right into these rocks, believe it or not. And they went to town. You can see the droppings. It almost looks like they've been back here, to be honest. But they just came right in. And these bales were heavily damaged. We took them back while they still had a twine on them, so we could at least haul them without losing all the hay. But these bales were almost complete write-offs. So we're gonna go check out that pile, on that stone pile. And we're gonna check out that stack. They haven't hit the far west stack yet, so we got to get these all in. As soon as they find, they'll be back. See all the elk droppings. Lots of droppings. Now, if you have 50 elk, they can make short work of those bales. That's for sure. They were all over here. Look at this, eh? Melted a little bit from yesterday. Yeah, holy. You can see they were the whole field. It's hard to see because the snow is melting, but just the whole field was just trampled. When there's fresh snow, they chewed up every leaf. Crazy. So I don't know, I've even heard of, you know, herds of 90 of them. That'd be a nightmare. You have bales stacked away. Now, Aaron, why do you keep your bales out in the field stacked? There's a reason for that. I believe that if you stack bales out here, it's high and dry, number one, on the fields. Number two, if you do have a fire in one of your hay areas, at least you don't lose everything. At least you have some other hay somewhere else to get you by. Now, that's kind of my thoughts. You know, if lightning strikes or something like that, you never know. So I don't like to put everything together, stacked up, butt in, because if that goes up, number one, it's a nightmare to put out. Number two, you're out of feed and you're up shit creek without a paddle, as they say. Let's go check out those other piles. Oh, we're gonna unhook here because we're close to this pile. We'll grab those 4 bales, but let's go take a peek at them. We'll pull this pen. Let's go take a walk. Now, one problem with this field, it's really high and dry. It's a safe place to put bales, but it's really way out there. So wildlife likes to hang out here. You got lots of bush line, lots of little areas to hide away at. So this gets lots of travel. When the snow was when there was more snow before it melted there the other day, it hit +5 out. A lot of this snow melted, but there was actually a wolf pack of around 5 out here. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Where the elk go, the wolves go, I guess. But look at that, they come right up onto the rocks. Nice hay. There's some outside that's not great, but anything that's good they dig into. Got the clover, you got the, this is a nice bale right here. This is the kind of stuff they like, smells great. A lot of damage. This one's not so bad, this is a rougher bale, that's why they didn't bother this one as much. Some fur from the buggers. And look at that, they go right up. You wouldn't think they'd want to go up here. Their hoofs and all, but they don't give a shit. Okay, we're gonna grab these bales. We'll grab these 4 bales and grab what we can from that pile if it's really good. This is unbelievable. This is like spring. This feels identical to your March weather. This is just crazy. I've never seen a winter like this. Beginning of February, melting. I'm out here in a sweater. It's craziness, man. We better get more electric vehicles out there. It's way too warm. Oh yeah, they got these too. We already grabbed a couple rows. Those big buggers. Starting on these now. Look at this one. Ah, shit, eh? Shouldn't be standing here. Half this side is chewed up. But yeah, gotta get these back. With this weather, they're gonna be back. They know where this is at. They're probably somewhere. Maybe they're on their way here right now. But we gotta get these out of here. Mix those. But you can only do what you can do. I'm just gonna put this one up top, and then I think I'm gonna carry the last one just on my loader because it is icy. It's good for the traction. I don't normally like putting that much pressure on my axle for that far, like from this far field, but today I kind of think I need the traction to dig in. It's a little bit icy in spots, and it doesn't look like that big of a bale, so it shouldn't be too tough on the old girl. Nothing really to tie, so let's try to flip her over. Looks like it's smaller bale, so this is okay. I think it probably only weighs 1,100 pounds or something. Doesn't look too bad. This should work. There we go. We've cleaned out that whole little haystack. We have those last 4 on the rock pile. I decided to carry these back right now instead, just due to the fact those other 4 are pretty beat up already, so might as well get these back before they get more chewed up, seeing they're almost complete or entire. Let's go see if I backed up right. Kinda. Oh, close. Inch back, damn it. Let's see. Good job, Aaron. Good job. The struggle is real. I hate getting it right in there. Let's drive up. Just so a wee little bit. I see it. This is on. Bingo, bango, bongo here. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Throw your undersized pin in there and give her. Snotty. Take a nice little load. And let's make some ruts. All right. It's a little bit cooler today than it was days prior, so the ground is a little bit stiff. It's not frozen up completely, but it's just enough. I don't think I'm running it up. But these floater tires are good too. These wide tires, a little bit more forgiving on these fields than those smaller hay racks with the smaller automotive type trailer tires. This little stretch is why I wanted the bale on the front end. It's all ice, so I don't want to be spinning and lurching and, you know, just make it easier on the tractor. Take this little bale in the front, leave it in four-wheel drive, and just give her snot. So we're gonna get home and find some more shit to do, so catch you in a few. Well, I'm unloading these bales on the older cow side, not the heifer side. Next load we'll bring for the heifers, but I'm gonna put these down for these girls for calving time. These are good bales. There's a couple that aren't the best, but they'll pick through them. You know, there's maybe like 1 or 2 wraps with like some poor material inside just from the outskirts, but that's fine. It's still all good. But we'll put these just in a single row where it's high and dry, because it is melting and kind of cooling up. Water's cooling up already, so gotta be careful where we put these. Well, Dad showed up to the farm here, so he's in with the calf lot right now. He's moving the feeders, and I am going to pass him bales over the fence here, and then I'm gonna try to zip on over and help cut some twines. So a little bit of everything today. So this is another load of elk damaged hay. I don't know how damaged these are. Dad brought this small load in. Looks like there's a few bales that are just starting to get dug into. They're not too horrible, but still enough to pee a guy off, eh? Pretty nice bales actually. These aren't too damaged either, but this is nice calf hay. This is gonna be, the cows are gonna really appreciate this hay, I think. And this is still it's still fairly coarse, but this is leftover, but it was stacked right. Some nice calf hay. They're gonna really like this stuff. There's some nice alfalfa in here, some nice clover, nice variety. Tame hay though, so that's the ticket. That's the meal ticket right there. This reminds me of the spring where you get all those ruts, you get water freezing up in lumps. It's so freaking rough and mucky. It's crazy out. But we've luckily escaped with no sick calves or cows, no sick livestock, thankfully. Thankful for that, because you get a cold night, minus 15, it's tough on the animals. All right. Dad's almost got all those those bales loaded in the feeders. We moved the feeders, so just gotta tear off this one. We'll drop this into there, right over there, boy. If I put this bale down, it's gonna fall apart. All right, it is nighttime. We just finished feeding up the calves. They finished their alfalfa pellets. Dad adjusted that bale, I forgot to. That's good. So we're done in here. We got some bedding down for them. Fed them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big bales. So they should be good in here for a little while. Lots of places to lie. There we go. He put his lights on. That's amazing. This guy hates using his lights. I'm serious. He won't use them unless he drives into something. Then he'll turn them on. Well, that's smart. Dad decided that's probably what I should have done. Rather than making that bale sit on that other feeder, just put her in the middle of this one. That's why he readjusted that bale. Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. Has room for that third bale. So yeah, that's safer. That's not going to kill a calf if it falls off. Or it shouldn't fall off, period. There you go. Beauty. There we go. Nothing like squeezing your way through a gate. Wonder why all my gates are bent. Oh, goodness. So now we're going to get the calves out. We're going to come up behind them and shoo them out, so they can go to bed. Go have some snacks before their bedtime. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's move it. Let's go. Come on. Good night, nose lickers. Have a good night. During that minus 50 below weather, our block heater shit the bed on the John Deere 6400. So needless to say, I got the heater and we're gonna have to take out the old heater and replace it with a new one. Now I'll show you what happened and why I'm replacing it with a new one. Throw that there for safekeeping. Throw that there for safekeeping. But essentially here, we plug into the block heater. I have a reset button I would hit. This light would turn orange. So I came back, 20 minutes later it's off. I reset it again, came back, it's off. I checked the cords, I checked all the wires I can have visual, that I could visually inspect. Everything seemed to be in order, but I could not keep this from going on. I could not keep it from not kicking off. So then secondly, I thought, oh, maybe there isn't enough antifreeze in the system. I added antifreeze, topped it up. I don't think that was the problem. It only took a little bit. But I decided to get a replacement right here so I can basically just plug and play type deal. So we're gonna unscrew the old one and try to pop in this new one. Hopefully it goes that slick. Now, while investigating what was going on with my block heater, I have found another problem. I found that this fuel line, this diesel line that goes from the filter to the pump, so basically the transfer pump will pump the diesel through the filter and prime the injector pump. This has air coming out of it when it's priming. So when it's priming, there's water coming out. Or air, sorry, there's air coming out of it. So it's priming right now. You can see the fluid. That's diesel. That's diesel fuel. It's actually running out of it. So I ordered a new one of those braided lines from John Deere. It should be in on Thursday or so. So I'm going to start by just removing this fuel filter. It's just too much in the way. It has to move. Hopefully this allows me to get a little bit more wrench on there. Holy, is it tight on there. All right, so I took this out, unhooked it. I plugged the new one in to the extension cord. I was feeling the block there, and it warmed up, got nice and warm. That tells me the element's working. It tells me that the problem's coming from here. So I unhooked the portion that goes to that box here, and I'm gonna hook up this to the new plug. That way I have my transmission warmer and the coolant, the block heater. So we're just gonna do that. That'd be a nice quick fix. We'll hook it up, feel to make sure the block's staying warm. All right, we got this screwed back in. Got this fastened into there. So let's see if this works now. There. We'll go touch that side of the block there in a few minutes. We'll put this away just for now, just in case. It's good to see this. I like seeing that made in USA once in a while. It's nice rather than seeing that made in China garbage. So if you see made in Canada, made in USA, you're probably okay. But let's see what happens here. It's a fairly new fuel filter, that's why I'm not changing it. I didn't put it on all that long ago. Gotta get those marks lined up proper. They're golden. There you have it. That's diesel fuel from that leaking line. But let's hope this works. Well, just felt here in this engine bay. Block heater works, so tractor block heater is fixed with that cord. So that was a quick fix. I'll take it. Right arm. Well, that is a wrap. I am throwing in the towel. This is Aaron signing off. We will catch you next time with an all-new Prairie Says Ranch farm vlog. Take her easy, folks. Remember, keep it sexy, you beast and beastettes. Bye for now. Have an awesome week.